Alright, what's up, y'all? Moon in Aquarius, Sun in Libra. That was me speaking alien. Horribly. This is a supernatural integration of newly unlocked superpowers and a super character. Alright? This is where things get supernaturally creative and fun because you have just begun to integrate how to direct this unlockable playable character, how to use these powers. And now that you have understood the cardinal direction to develop this nature of your character, you are now coming into the advanced knowledge of how to continue integrating this. You're going to now apply this knowledge towards the experience of what it's like when the moon is in Pisces, all towards creating the dream life of this new character, or what you believe you should be living with this new disposition, new pertaining to the new moon on the eclipse, which unlocked this bad boy. And not speaking of bad boy in the way you know. Okay, enough with the jokes. This is really peculiar because the moon went over Pluto as Pluto went direct. So Pluto is direct now. Jupiter is retrograde now. And this do-si-do of retrograding switches is preparing for the end of the new cycle that we're going to step into. I can't necessarily emphasize the significance, the significanto-ness of this awakening occurring the way it has occurred. In that, at the peak 29-degree level of God power, universal collective power in Capricorn, we have not only integrated this soul awakening, but now we are understanding the supernatural quality of this. And given that it is supernatural, it's going to account for a phenomena that exists outside of your critical brain's ability to perceive. But you will still sense, and it will still strengthen your 5 natural physical senses, or just your natural senses. So this is going to speak towards the 270-degree angle that the moon will be making near the end of the transit to Uranus, your ass, in Taurus, which is going to account for a strengthened quality of how your senses pick up that which is bordering beyond the physical, hence supernatural, because Taurus is natural energy. This is grossly irresponsible and negligent. But whereas Taurus is natural, Aquarius is supernatural. Think about natural, but with the super. I don't know where I was going with that. That being said, there is a receptivity, moon, of knowledge, Aquarius, that is angling what? The sun in Libra. This is enacting a 120 to 150 degree angle, a Leo signature. As of now, we're still coming out of the Cancer signature. We're still in the middle of going from 90 to 120. Given that the sun is in the second decan, when the moon starts to transit around like 12, 15 degrees, boom, we've enacted this creative cycle. And that's what's going to bring a lot of fun. Normally on Leo signature days, I find myself making songs. And I know that's not a coincidence. It's not like I look at the sky and I'm like, oh, it's a Leo signature, I'm going to make a song. I naturally am creatively drawn. It doesn't happen every time. It doesn't mean I'll make a song now, but like I feel the need to creatively express myself through song form or anything creative. That's the Leo signature. And now you're going to be knowing how to express this unlockable character before you believe how it is you want to integrate it all together. Where is that going to lead? The full moon in Aries, where you're going to now, through this integration, understand the identity of this unlocked character. So right now you've unlocked the playable character, but once the moon goes into like Aries Gemini, you're now putting a name and identity to, oh, this is who this unlocked character is. Anyway, before we do that, the moon is going to be trining Jupiter. So now this advanced knowledgeable understanding of your social awareness and how you are applying this development of your character interpersonally with other people is going to, of course, tie in to the higher knowledgeable understanding of knowing what to do. So you're going to know what to do. And this is going to open up so much creativity, whether you're by yourself or with other people, socially. This is going to account for a supernatural level of integration. Say it with me, integration. Now, the trine that's going to be made to Jupiter and Gemini is what's going to take this knowledgeable understanding and connect it to the expansive nature of your vocabulary. How much better at talking shit you are. How much better at articulating the words and vocabulary that go into this character you are stepping into. And that grand air trine is going to be heavenly because, it's air sign, which rules the heavens, and I suck at joking. I make a joke. So with that being said, this really not only opens up glorious ways for you to talk, to express yourself and to spit game. For those of you star players that are out here spitting game, this is going to really open up greater technique that requires less effort because you're doing more going into it without having to do much at the same time. Don't think about that too much. So yeah, there's that. We also are going to have the sextile to the North Node in Aries and Chiron in Aries, so that this understanding of knowledge facilitates overcoming previous vulnerabilities over your ego and all the sensitive sore spots that you may be easily triggered by. Now you're going to beforehand know what leads into this. Look at jackpot game. We out here. Now you're gonna know beforehand the nature of, and just tie in how that sinks into that synchronicity. I saw a 666 license plate and now I'm seeing 777 jackpot. Some of you watching this will create a meaning to this and run with it. But we also want to once again highlight that the cardinal nature of Aries now prepares this receptive knowledge for what direction to identify and unlock when the moon will subsequently go back and return into Aries. And yeah, we also will see that light Mars Cancer quincunx that will just transform the direction you feel you should move in because of knowledge that is changing how you feel about what you're doing. All right. So it's like, feeling very passionate towards speaking your mind towards someone. And then you come into the knowledge that maybe they weren't really talking about you the way they thought. And now maybe the way you take that action in light of this receptive knowledge, maybe you still tell them off, or maybe there's more understanding towards what you're doing. Of course, however that applies, everyone's spirit is responsible. That being said, I should not be zooming in while I drive with one hand. Anyway, it's not going to stop me from doing that. Why this is very significant is now that we're coming into the supernatural edge of this lunar cycle, every time the moon goes through, of course, Capricorn, Aqua, and Pisces, the final elite quadrant, this brings our level of receptivity and understanding to the final phase. Sometimes we activate that final phase during these seasons, Capricorn, Aquarius. Sometimes we integrate it during Libra and Scorpio. Sometimes we harvest it during Leo, like we did in August. In this case, we're integrating it. And this is what's going to add so much more hardcore creativity and knowledgeable understanding towards the development of how truly classic we can take action with the right people in order to facilitate all this goodness. We also can't forget the square that Venus and Scorpio will be making to this moon in Aquarius, because when the moon was in Scorpio, it kissed Venus. Now those seeds we planted of our sauciness, I just said that, is breaking through the ground, so that a cool, calm, detached understanding of this more intense drippage, drip, that you are, of course, facilitating will provide more context and just really help you understand how much cooler you are. Because you're cool, right? You're cool, right? You didn't get to, hold on, you're cool, right? You didn't get to this point, you don't know how cool you are yet, right? Because if you don't, you're about to find out. Oh, and this how cool I made it back to this 777. Could you believe that? I thought already went past us, but it's Mr. Jackpot, boy! It's Mr. Jackpot in the flesh. I always get jackpot. And this is how cool we are. And all right, the Forever Syndicate, shout out to my infinites. You feel me? Oh? Oh? Yeah, dodging car crashes and when driving irresponsibly, like a boss or like a fool. That being said, I'm gonna end this short. I normally do 15 minutes of this. I'm just going to cut this off right now. You guys stay blessed as always. Comment down below who you know you are, who you know you're becoming, what you're getting ready to creatively express. The supernatural quality of this is going to align uncanny understanding of yourself and others through your actions and their actions, and just insight that doesn't come from, like, there's no Virgo in the sky. It doesn't come from analysis. It comes from knowing. Do you know who you are? Do you know your superpowers? Because you're about to. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time, be very mindful, because the eccentricity of Uranus and Taurus is reminding you you're a weird ass motherfucker. You may not be a weirdo, but you have eccentricities that make you unique like everyone. So the moon in Aquarius helps you embrace that without compromising your weirdness because you want to look too cool, which is lame to me. I don't know, everyone's different. I may not be the person to say that that's lame or not. But that being said, you guys stay blessed as always, as I asked Bentley. Until next time.